I'm sorry, we had a technical glitch, which is why the link was broken and we went off air, but we are back. So we were actually almost wrapping up, but do send in your questions if you still have any remaining. Sorry, Snehesh, we were in the middle of a conversation when we got cut off.
Well, let me just remember where exactly. Yes, we are talking about the war reserve ratio, the ammunition. So without getting into the details, I've spoken earlier on this, is that the Indian side has enough of men and material for the standoff, as well as for any possible fallout tomorrow or day after tomorrow, any time. The India is prepared for a long drawn process on this, and the focus over the years have been on developing the ammunition pile. I can say that while it is not really, the war reserve ratio is not 100% has been met in this particular sector, but it is very close to what needs to be.
Right. So Snehesh, just from a very layperson perspective, after these talks happen tomorrow and whichever way they go and whatever is decided, can we expect some immediate intervention at the LAC? Can we expect immediate action or immediate will it reflect immediately on what's happening at the LAC?
Well, when you say immediate action, I'm sure she's referring to the de-escalation part. Well, hopefully, hopefully that is what it is expected, that the eventually this talks would eventually lead to de-escalation. That is the aim.
Right.
And as I said, as far as India is concerned, the de-escalation, India wants the status quo to be maintained as of April this year, not when the transgressions and this build-up happened. So which means that Chinese will have to go back to the places that were originally in April rather than in May.
Right. So by when tomorrow will we know what has transpired really? Because I'm sure everybody is waiting to understand what is going to happen next.
Well, the army has till now maintained a very studied silence on this whole issue. Right from the time that it has broken out, army chief has spoken only once. That was only in the initial days of it. And there have been occasional 2 or 3 comments that have come, but with regard to specific instances. So army has largely remained quiet. We will be trying, we are expecting the army to speak something tomorrow. We will be trying all our sources within the information to know. So this meeting is likely to take place in the morning, in the first half itself. And then one will have to wait and see about what actually transpired.
Right. So essentially, do keep track of the print through the day tomorrow if you want to know the latest updates on what's happening. I'll take one last viewer question, Snehesh, before we wrap up. Sankalp wants to know, how does more bad coverage help China? International media too has been critical of China. Has China gone rogue, or is it muscle flexing? So has it gone rogue really?
Well, China has not gone rogue. China is doing what is doing. What is essentially doing is muscle flexing. As I said before, this is a messaging that is there for the internal audience as well as for the external audience. And India is not the only place where China is focusing on. Remember that the recent press conference during the Communist Party Congress that was held, India did not even get even one word of mention during the entire thing was focused on US. So yes, the China has been taking a stronger position on these issues. It has issues with there's an ongoing issue with Hong Kong, Taiwan. There are with US. But however, as I said, whatever happened at the LAC, I think is more to do with one, to stop the Indian construction activity so that the tactical advantage that China has in this region does not come down. And the second is a messaging for both internal as well as external audience.
Right. Well, as I said, do keep track of the print tomorrow for all of the latest updates from Snehesh. Thank you so much for watching Government Matters. We apologize for the technical glitch, but thank you for being patient, for sending in your questions. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter. Have a good weekend.